Hey, there you are. I was just thinking about you. Got a shop update today and some shout outs. I need to give a shout out to Vernedi, the Demon Fairy Snail, and Dave over at Southpaw Davy Urban Farm, and also to Melania Bramanti. So I'll be giving shout outs to those three people. I also want to show you my latest project. Martin over at Madworkx Trouble made me this wonderful knife a while back, and I need to pay him back for that. Thank you, Martin. I love this knife. It's fantastic. If you haven't been over to Martin's channel, you need to head on over there. He's missing in action right now, but hopefully he'll be back to making videos soon. I miss you, Martin. Hope you're doing well. And then, so anyway, I need to pay Martin back for that wonderful knife. I want to make a piece of automata for Martin, and I'm using a antique, it's like 1912 Edison phonograph motor that I had to modify a bit. So there, I want to show you all that. That's the main part of the video. Well, first off, I'd like to give a shout out to Vernedi, the Demon Fairy Snail. I was having a hard time remembering that because I've never heard of a demon fairy snail before. That Vernedi is quite a unique artist and very talented. Well, I noticed that Vernedi was drawing other people's birds, so I contacted him and asked if he would draw my peaches. And it took him a while to get back to me, but eventually he did, and I sent him my best picture of peaches, and he drew her and filmed it all and made a video of it and published it. And so I want to give a big shout out to Vernedi. He did a fantastic job drawing my peaches. I couldn't be more happy. I took a screenshot of it and printed it out, and I got it up on my wall now. And well, the whole experience was a whole lot of fun, and just contacted him, and he told me right before he was going to upload the video, and the whole process was just a whole lot of fun. So thank you, Vernedi, for doing that. You did a marvelous job on drawing my peaches. And next up is Dave over at Southpaw Davy Urban Farm. Oh, I just love that Dave. Sometimes I feel guilty. But anyway, I sent him those carvings. Well, that carving that I did, that little farmer, it's supposed to look like him, and also a casting of the farmer. And I put them on the little round base that I got from my decorative plum tree that's growing in my backyard here. So Dave has a little bit of wish ram now. And I wrote on the base, it's nice to be nice, and Southpaw Davy Urban Farm on the back side. So Dave finally got those, and he gave me a real nice shout out in his video thanking me for those things. So thanks, Dave, for the shout out. I sure appreciate it. And check out old Dave's channel. He's always got something going on. He's got a lot of different interests. He just went for a walk and saw a fire salamander and was doing some mushroom picking in his latest video. So you need to check that out. Thanks, Dave. And then last but not least is Melania Bramanti. She just uploaded a video yesterday of her singing Sunny by Bobby Hebb. Sunny, thank you for the blah blah blah. And Sunny, one so true, I love you. So she did a wonderful job. She gave me a nice shout out at the beginning of her video. She got that ladybug that I sent her. The piggy bank for the 400 subscriber giveaway drawing. And she was thanking me for that. I'd never heard her speak in one of her videos before, so it was quite interesting and quite neat. I love her Italian accent. So she called that the ladybug her good luck charm, and she put it in the background of her video while she was singing. It was such a treat for me to see that, something I made in the background of her video. So thank you, Melania. I sure appreciate it. If you haven't seen Melania yet, yeah, you need to go check her out. She's very talented and very beautiful, so don't want to miss out on that. Alright, I guess that's it for the shout-outs. Thank you all, Vernedi, Dave, and Melania. Make sure you check out their channels. I just made this mock-up box. It's just some 3/4 inch plywood. I've made some dowels. So it's just all doweled together. And I can take it apart really easy. Well, I think this is... I tilted it up on its side so we can see in here. Otherwise it looks really dark. Well, I kept the original brackets for this motor because it all needs to be really precisely aligned. So I just cut off all the extra iron around it. I hated to do it, but otherwise it's just a piece of junk, and I'm gonna make use of this motor instead of it just sitting around being a piece of junk. So as William Blake said, the cutworm forgives the plow. So that's my thinking on that. Right here you can see this is the governor. You can see here it goes like this. If I go like this, it'll go really fast, and as I go down here it slows down. So I can adjust the speed with this governor, and if I get it going pretty slow, it seems like it's going for about 5 minutes. But at this speed, if I have it going really fast, it's probably a minute or two. It doesn't last very long. Well, it just pleases all heck that I could get this thing mounted in there. It's still really heavy. It's probably over 20 pounds, I think. So let's take a look at the other side now. Wind this thing up. Let's see if I can stop it. It's got some kind of a thing. You can tell when it's fully wound. It makes that noise. Now it's fully wound, and I've got this worm gear set up here. So now that I have this shaft, I can attach some cams. Or I'm not quite sure exactly. I haven't worked out the mechanism yet. But this is going to be my power supply right here, this motor. So I'm just tickled to be able to have that worked out. And I'll try to make the case a bit smaller if I can. I want to keep everything as small as possible. Let me show you my drawings that I made. Oh, I'm just working out the dimensions of the case. Yeah. And so then I have this drawing. He said something about he wanted dolphins on there, so I don't know. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna incorporate those dolphins in there. I thought it'd be kind of fun if it was a real forge that had some real smoke coming out of it. I would have to construct a bellows. I thought this might be fun. if smoke came out of his ears. I have to cast a little anvil, I think, and a hammer. I was thinking about trying to use that bricklayer motion where he could be going from the forge to the anvil. And he'd have blue coveralls. So that's what I have so far. I'm excited. Well, I'm looking at that shaft. It's not very level. The shaft here, it's high on this side. I'll show you these bearings that I got yesterday. I looked online for bearings, and I figured out you need skateboard bearings, which is a great thing. These bearings I got from a bike shop in the Dalles, and so I went to Big 5 Sporting Goods, and they had a cheap skateboard for $25 that I considered buying just to get the bearings out of it. But somebody recommended that I go to try the bike shop, and he was going out of business, so everything was 50% off. These bearings were actually $6 a piece. So I got 4 of them for $12. It's not too bad. He said they're a real high-end bearing, so and it works perfect for my application. And what I did here, I just drilled, I think it was a 1-inch hole, and I didn't drill all the way through. I only drilled just enough for the bearing, because this worm gear right here, it wants to shove the rod one way or the other. I forget which way it's trying to do it. So you need something solid for it to butt up against. So, and then I just took these blocks and just pin nailed them with my little nailer. They're not in there very sturdy at all. So if you need bearings, check out, you want to find something that's everybody is using. You don't want to find some obscure thing. I found some bearings online that were $50 a piece, so you want to avoid that. If you need good 3/8 inch bearings, look for people that supply skateboarding equipment locally, and you ought to be able to find some good bearings to make your automata. This worm gear I just got online. I'd have to look up and to figure out where exactly I got it. I originally bought it when I was trying to make my rower, one of my rowers, when I was first starting it, trying to figure out how to do it, and I figured out this worm gear was a little too big for that, but it's perfect for this size. And the way I got the gear on there, this is actually the spindle from the phonograph. So I was able to thread part of it. It was kind of tapered, but I got some threads on a good portion of it. And then I cut off the part that I didn't need. And I bought this, I threaded it and bought this coupler. Geez, that coupler cost me $8. It's crazy at the true value. But I had to have it, so I bought this coupler, and then I found a bolt, and I screwed it in this end, and this is just the end of the bolt here. I had to drill this worm gear out a little bit so it would accept this rod, and so that's how it's all connected. It seems like a pretty good connection. I don't see it wobbling too much. It is making some funny noises, but I think I might have the motor misaligned a little bit. I think I might be able to. You have to have everything just lined up perfectly. Well, friends, that's all I got for now. I sure appreciate you stopping by. And I think I mentioned it before, but I live in a rural area. I don't get out much, so I sure appreciate all your comments. I look forward to hearing from all of you that comment regularly. Please consider subscribing to my channel. I'm not too forceful about asking people to subscribe to my channel or anything like that, because I don't like to tell people what to do or ask for favors. But I do hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel. I hope you're having a pleasant day and you're enjoying the early fall weather. It's a little bit cooler now, a little more comfortable. Take care, friends. I'll see you soon.